Hello. Happy Monday. How are we doing? Caitlin, hello. Janet, Pakiha, Sana. You're so sweet, Sana. Thank you. Dina, hello. Mocha Java Latte. Nope, you did not miss it. Jarrell, hello. Anne, Hassan, Casey, Christina, Emily. Emily, what's up, girl? How have you been? Ed, hello. Kennedy, thank you. Sarah, there we are. Hello. IPEC, hello. Random Reality, hello. Leanne, hello. Renee, Beautiful Soul, hello. Dila, Anna Wong, Cielo, Earth to Sammy, hello, everybody. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Regina, Brandon, what up? Genesis, Ash, Marta, Felicia, Emmy's in, oh, you're in Sacramento. Didn't you manifest a trip? Did we talk about that? You were manifesting on your way to Washington. You did it, right? You were manifesting going to Washington. Emmy says, hey, Roxy, we're in the same time zone right now. I'm in Sacramento on my way to Washington State. Did we not talk about that a couple weeks ago? Casey Cruz, thank you so much for the compliment. Tiffany, hello. Ollie, hello. Stephanie, Renard, hello. Laura, Alex, Phoenix, hello. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday. Emily, hello. How are we doing? What's going on? What's going on in your life? What are we celebrating? What have we manifested? Why isn't my chat working over here? Oh. Emmy says, yes, girl, I manifested this trip. It's been amazing. Can you give us some details and let us know, like, you know, what happened, how it happened, how it came about, what's going on? What's your deal? Sorry, I'm trying to set up the chat on YouTube because it just disappeared on me for some reason. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. It's being a funky bitch. Okay. Katie, hello. Sana says, sending you guys all my love. Currently out on a trip. I manifested, so sadly I won't be able to stay, but I love you guys. Oh, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. Random Reality, instead of saying you need to manifest that your SP doesn't spend their birthday weekend with another person, you are spending your SP's birthday weekend with them. So you got to change it. Talk about it like it's actually going to happen and not about, you know, what you want, what you don't want, what you fear, what you're worried about, because that's just going to keep you there. It's not going to change your situation. Amanda's in her car. Driving safe, hopefully. I'm sure, of course. Earth to Sammy says, I manifested green eyes. Okay, please do tell. Mark says, is free will really that mandatory? No, I have a video. I have several videos on free will, but I have one specifically about, it's like about free will and reality simulation kind of combining the two concepts. And in my personal opinion, you know, if this is an infinite universe, everything's already been created. Nothing new. Sorry, I'm trying to find this friggin' chat. Why is this always so easy for me to do? Fudge. I'm good at saying focus. So if it's an infinite universe, infinite realities, everything that can be created or ever will be created already has been. We are just simply existing in one section of the already created reality. So if you can kind of realize that, then you can understand that going to another reality is about conceptualizing it the way that you conceptualize your current reality. And that is by describing what's going on around you. Essentially, it's kind of like what we're doing. We're all kind of like taking in all of this information, and it's getting like a where's that sound coming from? Sorry. There's like a transcription of it being played out in the 3D world. And so when you can control the way you describe your 3D reality, then you can control your 3D reality. And when there is infinite versions of yourself and every outcome that you could fathom times so many that we can't even picture it, then free will is not really exactly like what we think of it in the traditional sense. I think we all have free will within our own realities, but that's it. So I have free will in mine, you have free will in yours, and we are coming in contact with each other, but we're not really actually experiencing each other's true selves, because there's only one real you, and it's in your reality. So anybody else that you encounter in your reality is a projection or reflection or mirrored, internal script, if you will, played out in human flesh. And so all people are just playing out your personal story about people, what you expect, how it happens, what happened to you in the past, how you react to it, and what you do going forward with that story. This is why I always suggest going to the videos I've already made, because I'm just like rambling on a bunch of shit. But yeah, check out that video where I talk about free will and the simulation theory. And again, it's like, if your SP, you're acting like your SP is the last bag of Lay's in the vending machine, when in reality, you could just go to the Lay's factory and just fucking fill yourself on every fucking Lay's chip to your heart's content. You know what I mean? Like you're worried about this one crumply old bag that's been sitting around all your whole life, when in reality, you could just go get more because there's so much. And it's like, that's what it's like with people. If you realize it's all energy, it's all coming about in the way that we describe it in our mind, just like later on in a delayed fashion. Then if you get ahead of the story and you just control what you think and say and how you respond to things, then you control how they come about. And that includes with people, because again, you're not messing with their free will in their reality. You can't do that. Like, you can't mess with my free will in my reality. But if you do manifest me in your reality, it's not me. It's not this true version of me, nor are you, this person I'm speaking to. Like, I'm having a solo conversation with the energy of you. This is according to Bashar, by the way. And you are experiencing a version of me that those two things may not necessarily be what I'm actually saying to you is not going to be what you hear in your reality, because it's going to be filtered through your own projection, because I am a projection of you in your reality, just as you are a projection of me in my reality. So listen to Bashar and go listen to the other video I talked about. Okay. Leanne says the last crumply bag of Lay's. That's how you guys treat your SPs, man. Give them an upgrade. Upgrade. Does anybody know what that's from? Upgrade. If you know what that's from, we can be friends in real life. Okay. I think I saw one super chat come through. Gabby, hello. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, my SP wanted friends with benefits, acting like we were committed. I said no, and he went no contact. Again. What the fuck? This is off and on for years. Of course it is. This off and on for years is killing me. Yeah, I thought you were saying this is off and on for years. I'm like, of course it is, because you said it right there. And again, you right here, you just typed it, just so you know, you just created another back and forth just by typing that. I mean, you already had, but like you are making it back and forth by doing this every time. You have to react differently. How are you ever going to get out of back and forth if you go back every time you go forth? And you must go forth when you go forth, and then you go forth again, and then you go forth again. And then when you go forth again. You don't go back. And if you do, then you go forth, then you go forth again. Okay. So like, you have been going back and forth on and off for years with your thoughts, and it's you that needs to control your thinking. It has nothing. Okay. So now you said, I've been okay. I should finish the questions before I start on my tirade. She continues, I've been manifesting this forever. So what is the dealio now? It's the same dealio it's always been. You are reacting to it, you're agreeing with it, you're setting yourself up for failure by thinking thoughts ahead of when you get back together with somebody. Okay, when you get together with somebody, the moment you start thinking about what if they don't like me, what if there's someone better, what if they do this, what if are they like, do they like to be around me, like all that bullshit, the insecure, I almost said the Instagrams, that too, the insecurities, the stories, the BS, the fears, the worries, the doubts, the I'm not good enough, the I'm who cares. Once you start with that, there's a ticking time bomb on your relationship. And so what this tells me about you is that you probably do really good for a little bit because you'll get tired of how you're acting. Again, what the fuck? I need to do something about this. So you get on your shit in order to manifest them. And then you manifest them. And as soon as they're back, you start going down the road of like all the bullshit that led you here. And that's why you can't move forward, is because you aren't moving forward and you keep reacting and playing out the same old story, the same old expectation, the same old fear, the same old worries, the same old insecurities. So no matter who you're in a relationship with, they're going to play this role out with you. So you have to catch yourself thinking the thoughts that slowly push people away. It's not like one giant thought one time. It's the little thoughts that you think all day long about not being good enough, what you can have, what you can't have, why it's not here, how come it's taking so long, how could they, how dare they, I wish I had, and I wish they hadn't, blah, all that shit all day long is why you push people away. Everybody here, anybody. So if you don't get a hold of those, then you will continue to push people away. And then I'm sure you notice that when you stop doing that and you focus in other areas of your life or brain or in other ways, then they come back through because you're not pushing away anymore. So Emmy says, I've experienced so many synchronicities and signs on this trip. I can't even begin to explain. I just know I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, and I'm about to receive my dream life. This is my dream. You're not about to receive shit. You just said it right there. This is my dream. You're already in your dream life. This was something 2 weeks. What was that? Like 2 weeks ago, you were trying to manifest, and we're like, no, you're going to be there. And here you are. Here you are. That was like 2 weeks. Katie says it's 4 a.m. in China. I just want to say hi. Hi. Thanks for being up with us. That's super early. Maria says, I've been revising for a long time, but I don't know why it's not conformed yet. That's why right there. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. How can I get everybody here? Please listen. This is for everybody. How can I get you to understand that it doesn't matter if you are describing what's going on in your present, you're still creating your future. Your mind creating your future never stops. There is never a moment that you have been alive or will be alive that your mind is not creating your next moment. Okay? So if you are saying, I have been revising for a long time, but it is not conformed yet, you are creating not conformed yet over and over and over again. How can something conform if you are saying it's not conforming? You are the one doing the thing. You are the wizard. If you are a witch over a cauldron saying this isn't working, do you expect your spell to work? Stop saying stuff like that and then being like, why isn't it working? Because you keep fucking saying that stuff. That's said with love. This is for everybody. That fuck was for everybody, not just you, Maria. That was a family fuck, okay? That's not it. Even weirder. All right, we're just going to move on. Okay. Okay, you guys are guessing the upgrade thing. It's not Beyonce. It is not Beyonce. If you hear me, it's not Beyonce. Please go back to the drawing board. Yes! Dan Kind. Upgrade with 2 eyes for a double dose of his pippage. Okay, yes, Dan Kind, thank you. It is Upgrade from Idiocracy. Thank you. Dan, you passed the cool test, man. Okay. Mark says, I just got a message from my sexual SP. He wants to go on a date. He was a classmate that I never got the chance to talk to, so he liked me but never knew how to approach me. Love you. Yay, proud of you. Go get that. You know what? Okay. Maria then says, he has to conform. My dominant thoughts and affirmations are favorable. Yeah, but if you are You're canceling it out. It's not, where are you? Okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm jumping into conversations. I just want to make sure that you know you're canceling it out when you're saying it's not working. Okay. There you are. You're okay. She says he's 100% conforming as no choice period. Thank you. God. Awesome. Great. Okay, good. Okay. Tiffany, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, loved the workshop. Felt so high vibey. Oh yeah. I forgot to say we had, okay. Yes. I'm gonna get back to your question in a minute. We had such a good time on the workshop. It was so fun. Loved it. I had a great time too. I was high vibing off of it. Really amazing. Really great connecting with everybody. We've got one more. This is going to be the letting go one. So I feel like this one feels like the energy is like wild. Like it feels electric. I don't know what's going to happen. It might be kind of crazy in there. So if you want to come to our live workshops, we're connecting, we're getting rid of shit, we're purging, we're uncovering our new selves, we're building new ideas of ourselves, we're moving past shit, we're connecting. It's been a great time. One left, July 30th. It's all about letting go. Please join us, roxytalks.com to sign up. Okay, Tiffany says, thank you. Love the workshop. Felt so high vibe that I manifested 2 more VIP experiences this weekend. No shit. Without evidence that it was possible, I said with conviction, I am VIP, and boom. You are very powerful. You really are. That's amazing. That is amazing. So if you want those kind of results in your life, come to our workshop, July 30th. It's our last one of the summer. That was fun. Anaya, manifesting 2 people at once. Yeah, I have a video about that. Yes, you can. And check my video about manifesting 2 SPs or something like that. Samuel says, has anyone ever said you sound like Mila Kunis? Yes, I have heard that before. Does that mean I sound like Meg? Shut up, Meg. Oh, Gina says, yes, I love the workshop. It was so effective. Yay, thank you. I really loved the workshop too. I had such a good time. Steffi says, what if SP has limiting beliefs about his family not accepting me as his life partner? That's your limiting beliefs about them, not people not accepting you. So you have to work on your own inner, it's an intercaste marriage situation where SP comes from this kind of big deal for his family. Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of a big deal for you. And that's why it's a big deal for the family. So you have to rewrite your own story. Hassan, can you manifest again / change astrology and natal chart predictions? Yes, we talked about that last week too. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just guiding you. It's like more like a blueprint, I guess. But you can use it to, like let's say that you're a Taurus and you don't want to be stubborn, just something like easy, right? Then you could use knowing that Tauruses are supposed to be stubborn to go to thesaurus.com and look up the antonyms for stubborn and use all of those words: agreeable, amiable, easygoing, easy to get along with, friendly, I don't know, whatever. Go there.com, thesaurus.com, find some antonyms for the word stubborn, and then put I am in front of them. And now those are affirmations, and that's who you are, and that's who you get to be if you say that you are. Tiffany says, you sound like Pink to me and remind me of her. Thank you. That I have heard many, many, many times. And thank you. I appreciate it. Renard says, signed up 2 days ago. Y'all, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. Thanks, Leanne. Leanne linked the Manifesting 2 SPs video in the chat. Nayana says, how do you love yourself fully and still want to change parts of yourself / life? Okay. So first things first, I'm just going to say, because I forgot to mention earlier, we have our workshop, right? We did our self-love workshop last week. Now, if you buy the bundle ticket, I know there's only one event left, but if you buy the bundle, you get the recordings from the last 2 workshops. So we just did a self-love workshop where we stripped everything down and connected to each other and connected to ourselves. It was really fun and moving and inspirational, and lots of people like Tiffany and everybody, Gina, have had really great experiences from it. So if you want to kind of dive into that, you can check out the bundle package for the summer workshop on my website. That's just something, just saying. Also, to answer your question, how you love yourself fully and still want to change parts of yourself. Okay. Why do you think rich people eat the best food? wear the best quality clothes, drive the best quality cars, live in the nicest houses, do only nice, travel fancy, travel first class, get their hair done, get their nails done. Why do you think that is? Because it's not, here's what I want to say. It's not because they have enough. And how do I say this? Where's your question? How do you still love yourself fully, want to change parts of yourself? Okay. When you love and accept your life and think it's great and love yourself, here, upgrade came back, upgrade, right? Like, you want to upgrade yourself. If you love yourself, you don't want to sit around in itchy ass fucking cotton fabrics all day. You want to sit in like luxurious environments and nice smells and great air, and like, because treat yourself, right? Like, if you love yourself, you want to upgrade and give yourself the absolute best. And that includes the internal shit. Absolutely. The more you love yourself, the more you want to improve yourself, because why wouldn't you want to be the best of the best, to have the best of the best, to feel the best of the best, to connect to the best of the best versions of everybody you come in contact with? Upgrading yourself proves that you love yourself. So how do you love yourself and still want to change parts of yourself? No. You love yourself because you change yourself because you love yourself, right? Okay, thank you to our beautiful and lovely moderators who have pinned the link to the workshop, the Summer Live workshop series, in the chat. So if you want to come to the Letting Go workshop happening on Friday of next week, or if you want to grab the downloads for the previous workshops that we had and come to the new one, that's at roxytalks.com. The link, the link is in the chat is what I was trying to say. So if you want to join us, please link in the chat. And where's Laura's comment? Because we're going to go ahead and throw this up on the thing. Thanks, Laura. Just a little reminder. Treat yourself. Because, yeah, why wouldn't you? That's what shows how much you love yourself. Or that's a way to show yourself how much you love yourself. So as you're improving, you're saying things like, I love you so much. Here's like the gift of fucking like peace, like chill, and like losing the terrible expectations. Like, that's love. Maria, can I define letting go? I'm going to be doing that on July 30th at my workshop. I don't want to give anything fun away. But letting go. Christina, please email us at hello@roxytalks.com if you have any issues with that. I don't want to blow my whole wad here on Mindset Monday when I have a workshop coming up next week. And I don't know if I'm going to be on Mindset Monday next Monday because I have family stuff going on. Not anything bad, but but anyways, letting go is about understanding you don't need anything because you already have everything. So that's part of it. Okay. Awakening with Sama says, I just clicked on this accidentally. It's a sign. It is a sign. Hello. Alicia says, I feel like Alicia Moore. Isn't that Pink's name? Real name? We were just talking about Pink. Alicia Moore says, I feel like I'm currently going through rebirth. If you feel like it, then you definitely are. Your body is always living out the past. The body is always experiencing the mind of the past in any given moment. So if it feels like you're going through a rebirth, then you definitely have reached the point of rebirth because it's traveled from here to the body to the 3D, right? So you definitely are going through it. So just embrace it, affirm that you are, open yourself up, and just let it happen. Rouge says, last year I manifested my SP and self-concept was really high thanks to your vids. We talked for 6 months and old story came back and I lost him. Now I've been manifesting him back for almost 7 months and barely movement. Okay. When I hear questions like this, and this is with love, okay? Rouge, this is all with love here. How do you not look at this question as you're typing it and be like, oh, obviously my self-concept is not where it's supposed to be. You just answered your own question. You said, last year I manifested my SP, my self-concept was really high. We talked for 6 months. I fucking tumbled for 6 months down. Now I'm down here trying to manifest him. Can you explain why? Get the fuck back up here. And then talk about manifesting. And then we'll talk. Set with love. Okay? Get back up here and then we'll talk. All right? You're not gonna manifest a good version of somebody if you're not in the best place. Like the version of you that manifests your person is equal to the version of you. Fuck, hold on. The version of your SP that you manifest is equal to the version of you that you are allowing yourself to be. Okay? So if your SP is not measuring up, you are not doing what you need to do internally with your own thoughts about yourself and how the world treats you. Okay? There's no way around it. It is a mirror. Said with love. Is your name Merkin Ninja? Because is that what I'm reading right here? Am I really reading the words Merkin Ninja? Says, what if I completely screwed up a 7-year relationship? Is it still possible to manifest her back? Please go into circumstances not mattering. Yes, it is. You completely messed it up in your own mind. You are okay. Oh yeah, kill a Pop-Tart. Leanne, sorry for not yelling shirt. Or sorry, excuse me. Sorry for yelling. Let's be honest here. Sorry for yelling. She's always reminding us to put that on our merch list. We do have new merch coming. We're working on it. We're getting there. Okay. Where were we at? Oh yeah, this is okay. Here's the deal. Anybody here right now that has a situation with somebody they have a past with, this is for you. Okay. So please listen. You know how we all have kind of accepted that, like, we know everything's energy. We know that energy cannot be created or destroyed. What that means is, and we have also heard the term, the phrase, nothing new is under the sun. Everything that, again, that can or ever will be created has already been created. You cannot make matter come about or disappear. It only transfers, right? So we know that everything is already in existence. That means that the future for all people, all possibilities, all experiences throughout history, anything that you could ever fathom, times again, billions of trillions, gajillions, has already been made. Okay. Now, we know through studies like quantum physics that as we observe our reality, we affect it. Okay. So as we're moving through this energetic realm or this magnetic field, I'll say it like that. As we move through this magnetic field, we experience what feels like time passing because our energy or our consciousness is like I always call it a constant stream of consciousness. So you have our, like, the you being alive starts, when you're born and then till you die, which feels like linear time to us because of the way that we move through this energetic field. However, we're more like, it's less like moving through on a path and more like bouncing from, we'll call it a snapshot of reality, or like little instances of all of the potential realities that it could exist for, like, everything, right? So there are near infinite versions of, like, every decision and path and left and yes and no and right and this and wrong and all these things have their own separate snapshots or like outcomes or like freeze frames of that existence. Okay. And so we're moving so fast through these, or bouncing back through them so fast we don't notice it because it's just so fast we can't even perceive it. But that's kind of what's going on, right? So you're in this space, maybe it's a computer or something, I don't know, where like all the programs are already written. Like inside of a computer, inside my laptop, what's in there, that's like, it is what's in there, right? Like I can get updates, but it's like, this is like, I can only have access to what's in my computer. I can't access anything outside of it, right? So the reality we're in, we can only access what is here, what's available to us, which happens to be a lot of stuff, so much that we can't even fathom, it's near infinite. But all of the potentialities and the realities and the moments and the instances that we could potentially jump to, because remember, we're controlling where we go to. We're changing the magnetic field as we move through it, or whatever. We're shifting through it somehow. All of that stuff has to already be in existence for us to be able to move into it in the next second. So there has to be all of the outcomes and possibilities and potentialities already in existence in case we happen to jump and land there. If not, we would get like that 404 screen, like when you try to go to a website that doesn't exist anymore. You can't go to a website that doesn't exist, but when you do go to the website, you can go to any part of it. It's all there already in existence. It's already here on the web, or whatever, the internet. So the point of this all is that your version of your relationship in, like, think about, was it a 7-year relationship? Yeah. 7 years of a relationship. Imagine every moment and branch of reality that could have been experienced over the course of 7 years. And that's just you imagining with your current level of understanding. That's not even all of the other, again, trillions, gajillions, I can't even count that high, or I don't even know what to call it, number of instances or ways that your relationship could have played out, right? I'm trying to make this as like tangible as possible to understand. So if all that already exists and you're moving towards new realities in every single moment, you can go to anyone you want to, where none of the stuff that you think is a problem happened, right? But in reality, you're jumping from one little snapshot of reality to another, that they're not connected. Again, it's not like a linear thing that you're passing through. So you bring your past with you. If you think that you fucked up a 7-year relationship, those are little instances of, remember I was talking about these little connecting little pieces of reality. You're like, you put those in your backpack and you're carrying it around with you, and you're calling it the reason why you can't have your relationship. But it's like, take the fucking backpack off, and then you realize you're just an energetic being hopping from reality to reality, or moment to moment. So if you can consciously drive yourself to the reality you want to be in, or the moment you want to be in, which is where everything's completely fine, you and your person are happy, healthy, whole, moving on into life, into the next chapter, just completely satisfied with each other, that already exists, because you wouldn't be able to think of it. You wouldn't be able to access the thought of it. Like, again, if it's in my computer, I can access it. But if it wasn't in my computer, I wouldn't be able to access that memory or that program. So just the fact that you can fathom it means that it's there. You're connected to the computer. So it's in there somewhere. You can get there, but you have to consistently go there. And every time you react to your old story or your current, and you think it's hard, or, oh, but they're doing this, or they haven't called me, or it's been this long and I don't want to talk to them, or they did this, or I messed this up, or they said this, all of that stuff, that's you putting a bunch of bullshit into your backpack and carrying it around in your bag. Like, stop. Your past is a choice that you take with you, just like your future is a choice that you move to with your thinking. It's the same thing. Past, and there is no time. Like, time is not real. The only moment you have is right now. And so everything else, if it's not right now, it's all the same. It's all infinite potentiality. It's all energy. It's all, I don't know, energy in limbo, potential realities you can move to. It doesn't really matter. You think it's the past, and therefore you think it's inaccessible, or you think it's unchangeable, but it's that very thought that makes it so. Because it's all manifesting. So I hope that made sense. That was kind of a long one. Okay. So super chat. Alicia, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, Roxy. So excited to be here today and catch the live. Thanks for your work. Oh, thanks to your workshop. My mom is not only visualizing her new car in the driveway, she visualized that it's going to be a black SUV. Yes, your mom was so fun. We had people talking about your mom like all weekend. Like, I had like my clients the next day were both in the thing, and I think were they both in there? At least one of them was. And she was like, that mom like really helped me like understand. Yeah, anyway, so we loved your mom and we are so excited for her to get her new car. Please keep us posted and then make sure she knows that like it's not just about visualizing. Visualizing is great, but it's also about shutting down the negation of the car, of the it's not here yet. How long is it going to take? But I don't have the money. I don't know how it's going to get here. That's those questions and the doubts. That's what pushes it away. So it's more so about shutting down those than it is necessarily about just visualizing. But visualizing is great and definitely part of it. But you have to turn the doubts away. Otherwise, that you just get yourself right back into a reality where you don't have it, like we were just talking about. Because the reality where there's a brand new black SUV sitting in your driveway right now is just as viable as the one where it never comes. So you just got to keep driving to it, even though we're driving that 20-year-old car to that black SUV, and we're thankful for it. Persephone, thank you so much for the super chat. I love that name, Persephone. Okay. Diamond Lee says, yes, I finally made it to a live. Welcome. Alicia, yay, we love your mom. Steffi says, if they don't have free will in my reality, does that include their beliefs about themselves too? Yes, it does. Those are, it's just like it's all, listen, your reality, everything that you do or experience or see or witness or encounter, every relationship, every single thing that you experience is run through the filter of your own. How do I say it? How about like this? It's run through the filter of your past. Everything that you experience in the world is run through the future of your past, run through the filter of your past, until you kind of start gaining control of it. And you can, because then you're thinking in the forwards, then it's kind of running through the filter of your forward. But it's like everything that you've experienced in life has made you think. It has given you expectations of what you think life is like, what you think people are like, what you think opportunities are like for you, what you think is possible for you, how you think people act, behave, and all this stuff. Like it's just like it's like your glass ceiling and your bottom rung essentially in life. And what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so they're playing out a projection of you. So they're, whatever it is that they're doing, it's because you're validating it. Like some people's personality, like let's say it's people you never met. Some people come up to you, you've never met them before. They have their own personality all set to go, right? Again, there are we know there's all kinds of people in our world. We know that the world is full of all kinds of people. We hear that stuff a lot. We're indoctrinated to remember, at least here in the United States, that there's all kinds of different people in the world and everyone's different and everyone thinks differently. And, it's very much like a melting pot of cultures here. So I feel like we're very much reminded that everybody is different, right? And so if you're manifesting people, people are going to come into your life and they can run the gamut of behaviors, because if it falls under the category of something people do, then they can do it, right? They're going to do it maybe. Now, whether they do it again all comes down to how you react to it. If you say, oh, that sucks, that's terrible, why are you acting like this, or blah, 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 you're affirming that it's happening, it's going to happen again because you just validated in your world, which was already kind of there anyways, right? So if there's behavior or things that you don't like going on, you have to change the way you talk about it in order for the next moment to be changed. And so people, if somebody has beliefs about themselves that they have voiced to you, and now you believe that they have those thoughts about themselves, they are going to continue to show you what that looks like when somebody has a story of having those thoughts and what comes along with it. So now they're fulfilling. So let's say, oh, here's a great, how sometimes people always sometimes you never know how someone's going to act until you meet them, right? Or if you meet a celebrity, most of the time they're completely different than how you'd expect them to be in real life, right? So once somebody crosses the barrier of having met them, we tend to categorize them, right? They're like, oh, they're this kind of people. They're like this. They think these type of thoughts. These, like we start to categorize people. We put them in boxes of our own, and then they show up and fulfill. Like, they tick the boxes. So your job is to, like, upon that initial meeting, or let's say the first time somebody opens up to you and tells you their thoughts about blah, 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 blah that you don't like, your job then is to decide they think something different, or start changing that story, start changing that narrative, so that you're not reacting to that initial response, or like that gut reaction to categorize people and then like expect them to behave according to how they've been categorized. Does that make sense? But you can always change it, and you can always like change the story, because you're always describing what's coming next. Like, that function never stops. So like, I talk to some people sometimes that feel hopeless and feel stuck and feel like they're never going to get out of it. And they're just like living in the same thing over and over, and there's no way out. And I'm like, will you stop saying that shit? Because that is manifesting every time you say it. And it's because you say it so often that you don't see the end of it. So stop saying that kind of stuff. It starts with the stuff you say and the things you think. You have to get ahead of your present moment in order to manifest yourself past it. And the yelling was for not just you. Okay, I know I saw some super chats come through. Thank you so much. Yes, please hit the like button. If you want to talk about letting go and get on this next workshop that we have, it's happening July 30th. That is next Friday if you're in the US, and we are going to be going down the road of letting go. We're going to be releasing, we're going to be purging, we're going to be saying F you to the BS and moving on to something new, turning the page, starting a new chapter, and it's going to be really great. It's our last one of the summer. We just had one last week and it was amazing. So I'm very excited to get on this next workshop. It's all about letting go. The link is linked in the chat if you are on YouTube. Otherwise, roxytalks.com. Okay, let me scroll up to get these super chats. Okay. Persephone says, newly single, how to affirm that I love being independent and fulfilled without SP. Hold on, sorry. Oh, I dropped my lip gloss. Lip glosses shouldn't roll. Okay, my apologies. Okay, how do I affirm that I love being independent and fulfilled without SP, and also open myself to attract a new SP without mixed signals? Okay, so first thing, how do I affirm that I love being independent? Right there. I love being independent and fulfilled. I am fulfilled. Period. You don't need to say without an SP. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I love being independent and I am fulfilled. I'm completely satisfied. I love my life. I'm so excited for the new chapter. I'm so happy I'm here. This is exactly where I need to be in life. This is exactly where I want to be in life. Everything is working out for me. I know everything's falling into place for me. Shit like that. And then okay, first of all, you're newly single. I'm not saying you can't manifest, but like when you're newly single, but just understand that your current self is going to manifest somebody that equals your current self. Okay. So your person that you manifest is going to mirror you. If you are not in the best place, like, you should not be thinking about trying to get someone else to come mirror that bullshit. Like, get yourself to the place where you feel whole so that you can manifest somebody whole instead of manifesting more shit to deal with. That's not just for you. That's for everybody again. But like, I just as a personal philosophy, I just always really valued being single. And I really and whenever my friends would try to come to me for advice, I'm like, break up, dump his ass, because, or her, whoever, it doesn't matter. Because there's no growth happening in a stifling relationship. And there's no growth happening if you're taking the opportunity to use that you're given right now to make yourself at the high level that you want to be at, so you can manifest your ideal person. You're taking that energy and time and focus and wasting it on trying to put it on someone else when you're not ready there. Like I'm not saying you're not ready, but if you are asking me how to be fulfilled and independent, the next question should not be, I want someone new. Like, those are not the same things. Fulfilled and independent, and not saying that you can't be fulfilled and independent in a relationship, but like, that's where you need to go. It's like, I'm fulfilled and independent, even though I'm in a relationship, and it feels great. And there's your answer right there. Like, whatever it is that you want, say that you have it. So if you're worried about mixed signals, stop worrying about them, because worrying about them is what makes them be in existence and gives them life. I love my independence. I love my life. I'm exactly where I want to be. Everything is working out for me. The people I meet and the people I come in contact with are also on great paths in their life. They're figuring their own stuff out. They're happy, healthy, whole. Whenever we interact, it's a really great experience. I love and trust the people that I come in contact with, and everything is working out for me. Okay. You're leaving yourself open to anything, but you're not using your time and creative power, or excuse me. Yeah, I guess that works. Creative power, creative focus on who you should be using it on, which is you, because you can't fix anybody. You can't fix anybody externally. It all starts with you calling them and yourself something different for a sustained amount of time, so you can actually see that future thought catch up to the present moment, the past that the body is experiencing. Okay. Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, what time is it? Okay. I've been affirming I've been affirming. Is that the same, Michelle? Yeah. I've been affirming every day, and I got all the signs my manifestation is coming, but I still have doubts sometimes about it. I don't know what to do anymore. What should I do? You're giving into your doubts too much. Okay. If part of being absolutely 100% successful in every area of your life included having doubts for the rest of your life, would you still want to be successful? Obviously, right? Like, we've been dealing with doubts our whole life. That's not going to fucking stop me on my journey. So there's your answer. Doubts maybe never go away. So why are you going to let them stop you right now? If you're going to let doubts stop you now, you're going to let them stop you all throughout your whole life, and you're not going to progress and go the distance that you want to go. So if you have doubts, why are you listening to them? Why are you letting them spiral without checking yourself, without putting on something better, erasing the thoughts, moving on to something else, distracting yourself, calling a friend, dancing around your living room? Do something different. Make a pattern interrupt instead of listening to that bullshit that you don't want to experience anymore. If you have doubts winning, it's because you're not telling them to shut the fuck up, and you're not moving your thoughts to something else. Okay. And that's how I tell them. You do what works for you, but you can't let your doubts sit there and simmer and fucking build and build and build, and then wonder why you're not experiencing what you want. It's because you won't stop letting the shit that keeps you away from it hang out in your mind. You have to get it off your mind. The stuff going on in your mind is manifesting, period. If you don't like it happening in your world, then you must get the thoughts out of your head when they happen every single time for the rest of your life. Check out my 360 method for learning how to do that, because that's exactly what I talk about and what I do in my own life. I'm hyper aware of what's going on in my mind, and I don't let myself go down those roads. And if I do, it's not like it doesn't happen, but when I catch myself there, I bring myself back every single solitary time. And I only speak about things the way that I want them to come about. SPG says, what if the baggage we're carrying is from an old relationship, not this current one, but the new relationship is being affected by old fears? Okay, that's always happening. That's like literally the definition of like relationships. Well, let's not affirm that. Like, in a traditional sense, that's literally happening to every single person on this thing right now. Like, if you're on here and you've got relationship problems, what this person just said is exactly what's going on. The baggage you're carrying from an old relationship or an old hurt or an old pain or an old trauma, doesn't really matter, is not this current one, but the new relationship is being affected by the old fears. Yep, that's why. Because you're carrying around the old baggage. So what does baggage look like? Carrying around baggage looks like what I just talked about. It looks like letting your bullshit, fears, worries, doubts, insecurities, all that stuff that you know is not good, you don't stop yourself from thinking it. That's all it is. It's literally, that's the answer to all of this. Your baggage is because you won't stop yourself from thinking it. That's literally the answer. There's nothing else. There's nothing else because your past is not real. Or let me rephrase that. Your past is not linear. It's not attached to you, right? Like it's in potentiality. If it's not the present moment, it's in potentiality. Whether you think that's the past or you think it's in the future or you think it's next to you or on the side or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 2 minutes, 2 seconds, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not the now moment. It's all the same. If it's not the now moment, it's infinite potentiality. So if you are bringing your past with you, then that is you carrying it around with you by allowing yourself to think these thoughts unchecked. And allowing, you got to work on purging the emotions. What we're going to be doing at our Letting Go workshop on July 30th, we're going to be working on purging the emotions that have all these bullshit thoughts and memories attached to them. There's a lot going on as far as like how often you allow yourself to think these old stories, but that's why you got to be really diligent and hyper aware and pay attention and know what thoughts are attached to what memories and feelings, and understand that as soon as you have that thought about your past, you're creating the next moment. Because again, your thoughts are always creating the future. It does not matter if you're describing the current moment. It does not matter if you're describing the past. You are creating your future. So be careful with your thoughts. Period. And that is like your expectations. Again, expectations, worries, doubts, fears, all the stuff that you're worried about happening. If you let yourself let that stuff hang out in your mind, that's why. You have to get that shit out of there because your mind is like a copy machine. Get that shit off the copy machine and stop. Print is being pressed. I made this analogy like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. Print is always being printed. You live in a printer, you're always printing. So if that can't be helped, then stop putting stuff into the printer that you don't want to be printed, okay? Like you have to stop yourself ahead of time. Not after it's too fucking late, because after it's already manifested, you are creating the next moment when you react. Sorry. Said with love. Okay. Super chat. Where do you be? Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, visiting SP City after a year, there's a chance he may be at an event I'm attending. How do I protect myself from being disappointed in case he isn't? End scene includes marriage. Okay. How do you protect yourself against disappointment if he's not there? That's the real problem here. Is like you're trying to you're setting yourself up for failure like before you even try. Like this is with love. This is for love because I love you, and this is like, okay. How do I protect myself from being disappointed in case he doesn't? Guess who's not fucking coming? If that is your energy, he's not coming, okay? You have to choose the reality you want to be in, and that's it. If he's going, you are going to see him. You need to start acting like it. None of this, how do I protect? What do you mean protect yourself from what? Protect yourself from the love that's going to be sparked from this amazing rekindling of your relationship? Because that's the only thing I can think. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're telling the story. So what you are doing right now with this energy is setting yourself up obviously for disappointment, because it's a mirror. How do I protect myself from disappointing and being disappointed in case he isn't there? What is the universe here? Disappointing, he's not there. Like, that's all it hears, right? That's what the story is. So he is there. He will be there. He's always there. And blah, 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 blah. And just in case, I'm so glad I saw him. I had such a great time. Like, whether you see him or not, you're going to have the most amazing time. It doesn't change the fact that you guys have an amazing relationship and you're rekindling your romance and everything is working out for you. It doesn't matter whether you see him there maybe you'll, like, I'm just saying 3D wise, like, what if you didn't see him there and then like the next morning you were walking down the street to go to lunch or something and you saw him on the street? Like, who fucking cares where you see him at, right? Like, you need to understand that, like, preparing yourself for the worst is why you're going to get the worst. You prepare yourself for the best. So how do I protect yourself? Is you go best case scenario. Instead of doomsday, what if it doesn't go right? What if he doesn't do this? What do I do in this case? How do I blah, blah, blah? How about talk about how fulfilled you are, how everything always works out for you, and think about all the amazing ways you guys could bump into each other, and then leave it at that, and then let the universe take over, okay? He's going. If you catch yourself saying anything else, fearing, doubting, worrying, wondering, questioning, maybe, he's going. You get back in and you tell the story, okay? So your end scene, including marriage, and then this person not being at this event, are not mutually exclusive. It does not matter. Like, the event has nothing to do with your end marriage. Okay. So just because, or whether or not he is there or not, that doesn't do anything to your end result. So don't even act like it does. Don't question it. Don't try to protect yourself from it. Okay. When you are leading up to it, I'm so excited. Best event of my life. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Best event of my life. I'm so excited. Best trip of my life. I can't wait. No expectations. I just know it's going to be a great time. Okay. If I see him, great. If I don't, great. Because either way, I'm having an amazing time. That's how you kind of prepare yourself for it. Then when you're there, I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. I love this. I'm having a great time. This is exactly where I want to be, no matter what happens. And then at the end of it, no matter what happens, I'm so glad I went. I had the best time. I'm so glad I went. I had the best time. Everything is working out for me. Everything is unfolding. Okay. All of those things I said had nothing to do with whether or not they were there, but they set you up for being able to say, I'm so glad I went. I had the absolute best time. And we know what having the best time might entail. So I'm going to leave the door open. Again, I don't care if he's there or not. That's not going to stop us from being married. If he is, great. If he isn't, great, because I'm having the best time at this event, and I don't care who's there because I'm there and I'm having a great time. So it doesn't matter who's around me. And that's what this is why you can't, everyone, this is why you can't get your SP, because you don't understand that you have to have the fulfillment, and say you have the fulfillment now. They're not going to bring you fulfillment. They're not. Even when you have a body next to you, that is not what fulfillment is. Fulfillment is internal. You have to fucking bring it yourself. They're not going to provide it for you. So if you want to feel like you have a great partner in your life in the 3D and not just making it up, then you need to feel what it feels like to be fulfilled now, or at least start by saying that you are, okay? All of this going down the road of the worries and the doubts and the what ifs and all that stuff is such a waste of time and energy. And part of, I'm seeing it now as I'm saying this is part of why I get fired up, is because it's like, why the fuck are you using your creative power to tell this story over and over? You know what I mean? Like, and again, said with love, like, you must be aware of why are you so many people asleep at the wheel? Why are we so asleep at the wheel? Wake the fuck up and pay attention. You are driving yourself to your new reality with every single thought you think. Do it with caution. You can control your thoughts. You want to prove it right here? Okay, I'm going to tell you, I want everybody right now to repeat this sentence in their mind, not out loud. Having $1 million would be pretty fucking cool right now. Or you don't have to say the fuck. I heard it in my head, okay? I made myself say it out loud, and then I made myself think it. That's how you do it. And if you don't want to be making yourself think something, then you need to be listening to what your autopilot wants to think naturally. Because I can guarantee you it's not what you should be thinking because of the bullshit you might type in this chat, because of what you're experiencing right now. If you do not have everything that you want in your life right now, it is because you do not control your thinking enough. That's it. There's no way around it. Your thoughts are manifesting, period. If you don't have what you want in your life, I know your thoughts are not on point. There's no way you can tell me they're not. Or they are. There's no way I'm doing everything right. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not, because there's a but attached to the end of that sentence. Okay. Yeah. Is it the, Emmy says it's around the full moon. I don't know if it's the full moon, but yeah, I definitely feel it today. I felt very hyphy today before I've been trying to like, whoo, but. So I think, is that all the super chats? Because I want to call it on the super chats. Yeah. Okay. So let's do last call for super chats. So we can, I want to answer questions that don't get me all fired up. Because I start getting hot. Okay. Dean says, stop taking the train to Butttown. Yes, ma'am. And it's so great that I always feel so calm and peaceful on Mindset Monday. And everything I say just really penetrates into the mind and is really understood and overstood. And I only have to say it once, and it feels so great to communicate so clearly and to be able to connect so clearly. Okay, Lunar ASMR says, hi, I've been trying to manifest weight loss, but it's so hard. First of all, right there, that's why that is okay. You know, like I was just thinking of like the first time I ever heard the first time I ever heard of an affirmation, it was just like, yeah, I think at the time I was just like, I wanted to be skinny. Same thing. That's why I'm thinking of it, because I wanted to be skinny. And it was like, that's like, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're skinny. And it's like, I'm skinny. And like trying to tell yourself that you're skinny throughout the day. But obviously, like, you know, a couple I'm skinny I'm skinny throughout the days is not going to outweigh the lifelong worth of momentum you've got, or however long you've got saying it's so hard to lose weight, right? So, okay, you say it's so hard to manifest only one thing at a time and stick to it. First of all, who said you only have to manifest one thing at a time? And again, if you say something is hard, that's what makes it hard, because it's manifesting, because you're describing the future. Again, I don't care if you think you're describing your past. It doesn't matter. You're describing your future. What is more important? That is exactly how I want to say it. Excuse me. Who fucking cares what is happening in your present moment? Why are you using your future ticket to describe it again? Is that what you want again? It's not just for you. This is for everybody. Stop. Like, if you want something to happen for yourself, you have to say that it's happening. You have to describe it. You have to use your powers to explain that, and not explain and describe how things don't work for you. If that's all you can say is how they don't work, then they cannot work. It is a mirror. So if I'm trying to lose weight and it's so hard that I don't even need to read the rest of it, that's why. Because you say it's hard. It's hard to lose weight. You think you're describing your current moment, but you're not. You're describing your future. And that's why you'll never get out of it. Okay? Until you start saying, it's easy. I can manifest anything I want. I've always had the body that I want. Stop trying to manifest what you don't have, and say that you already have it and that you always have. And then act like it, okay? So if you're somebody that has always had the body that you wanted, then you can't look in the mirror and think shitty thoughts about yourself, because somebody that has always looked in the mirror and saw what they wanted has not conditioned themselves to think thoughts like that. So you cannot allow yourself to do that, okay? So it's not about the sticking to it that's hard for you is up here. You have to stick to the I have the body that I want now thoughts. That's what's going to do it for you. It's all starts with the mind. And it's not only focusing on one topic. It's all topics, because you're always thinking about all kinds of topics. So it's like that thing when they talk about using 10% of your brain, but you're like using 10% of your manifestational power if you only use it on one subject at a time. Like, why not just pay attention to how you speak about whatever it is that you care about, or whatever it is that's not working in your life, and change the way you talk about it and the way you think about it and the way you react to it? There's only one way around it. You have to do the work on yourself. You have to make yourself stop thinking those thoughts. Kim, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. And tell your brother hi. He's been tweeting me and he's very nice. Kim, where's your question? Okay. Kim says, Roxy, my question is how to keep saying affirmations on things when your 3D is saying different. Okay. Your 3D is irrelevant. Like your 3D is your past. Okay, I'm going to get gross. This is my gross. This is how we move past it. All right. This is my gross analogy. So everybody, if you don't like talking about poop, then turn off the fucking thing. Because here we go. Your 3D world is your past. We know that the mind's always creating the future and the body's always living in the result of it, the end game. Okay. So your 3D reality is your mind's poop. Okay. Always. Your 3D reality is shit, literally. Okay. So what you just asked me is how do I, okay. Again, we're going to get gross. We're going to get really gross here. We're going to get personal. I'm having a, what's the word I want to use? I'm having an output, a byproduct from my diet that is not healthy. Can you please look through my byproduct and explain and tell me how I can make my byproduct better and how I can think about my byproduct better while I'm digging through it while your hands are fucking knuckle deep in shit, okay? I love you, Kim. I'm so sorry. So, what you need to do is stop eating the food that is making your poo come out in a way you don't like, okay? If you have an unhealthy movement or byproduct, it has to do with what you fucking put in your mouth, right? There's only one, the chain goes back up. Like if we're backtracking, if we're retracing our steps, the chain comes right back here. This is where it fucking starts, okay? And so we know that physical diet is just the same as mental diet, okay? So if your 3D world is your mind's poop and you don't like what's happening in your 3D world, get your hands out of the 3D world. Stop trying to mess and rummage around here and get up here and change the diet, okay? Just like in the real world where, again, I said before, if you have, let's say we're talking about body and diet, okay? Let's say that you got a cake body and you want a broccoli body, okay? What you just asked me is how can I keep eating broccoli when my 3D world is telling me cake? And my answer is fucking never touch a goddamn cake again and just eat the broccoli, right? Obviously, until your body shows you the broccoli body versus the cake body. So again, if you don't like what's going on in your poo, get out of the poo, quit messing around in your poo and go back to the drawing board, which is your diet. If you don't like what's happening in your 3D world, then by God, do not sit around and affirm and react and like, and oh no, and like, oh my God, and why? Like you must change the story now and change it and change it and keep it going. Broccoli after broccoli after broccoli after broccoli after broccoli. You don't get that broccoli body after one broccoli bite if you've been eating cake your whole life, okay? Same goes with this. If you've been rummaging through your shit trying to change it that way, it's going to feel like things take a lot longer to take effect. They might never take effect. If you go to the source and change it, then you're going to see results in as long as it takes you to have a fucking movement. Do you get what I'm saying? You have to start with the source. It has to be in the brain first. It's always in the brain first. It can't be 3D. If you use the 3D to tell you what to do with this, you are rummaging in your own poo, period. Just like I just saw like I just got a gross visual of like a baby like taking off their diaper and messing around in it. You would see that and be like, no, what are you doing? Like that, like ew, yucky, clean the poo off, right? Like you don't sit around and be like, oh bitch, let me get in there too with you. Like, can we mess around and play with it too? No, you know better. As an adult, you know better. You get out, you clean it up, okay? Get out of the poo, clean it up, start at the diet level. Start with where it starts. Where does poo start? As food. Where does 3D start? As a thought. Okay. So how do you keep saying affirmations on things when you put your 3D? You get to look at your 3D and say, I'm not touching that shit. Sorry. I didn't know where that was going. You look at your 3D. I'm not touching that shit. Literally, you look at your 3D and you say, "Oh, not mine. No, do not. Nope, nope, none of that. Please, I don't want any of it." You look at your 3D and realize that it is an illusion because it's always a byproduct of your past thinking. So if you're looking at your 3D and you're like, "Oh no, that's my reality," then guess what? Your future just made you have more shit in your future, or your future thinker, maker. You just got another shipment of shit on the way to you is my point. So you push through it, you practice, you meditate every single day. You don't allow yourself to react. You stay on top of it. You focus, you do things that make you happy. You correct your thinking throughout the day so that you're not allowing yourself to get caught up in the poo again. Okay. You got to stop. If you catch yourself in the poo, wash it off your fucking hands and go do something else with your time, please. It's not healthy. And I love you, Kim. I'm so sorry for this analogy. I hope that helped. Oh my God. Everyone needs to look at Debaz's emoji that she put. Okay. I know we had another. Where's my fan? Oh God, I'm hot. I have this one. This is going to be loud. I'm going to turn this on. Oh, that's high. I need to turn on low. Sorry. Oh, fudge. Okay. Checking on the last super chats that we had. Alicia says, other than telling myself to stop being part of the spiral squad, what can I affirm when it starts to happen with my old fears and doubts? The opposite. I don't know what your fears and doubts are, so I don't know what to tell you to affirm. Okay. I'm going to affirm what I want to affirm here. I love how easy people see how easy it is to make affirmations. If you want something, say that you am it or have it. If you don't want something, figure out what the antonym to that word is, the opposite, and say that you am that or have that. Okay? Said with love. I don't know what your specific fears or doubts are, but if the fear is being left, then what's the opposite of being left? Having people stick around, having people stay with you, having people dedicated, having people committed, trusting people, knowing that they're going to stay, not worrying about that. So if that's what your deal is, then say those things. What can you affirm? I trust. I am safe. Everyone in my life sticks around. It's so easy. It's so easy, guys. The world is a mirror, okay? So if you experience something in your life that you like, then agree with it, match up to it. Yes, that is that thing. This is the mirror. Yes, I like that. Yes, the mirror, match up to it. Yes, that thing. If it's something you don't like, say the opposite. It's a mirror. Match up to the exact opposite. And then you become it. It's so easy that it's so easy to convey. It's so easy to convey and so easy to understand. It's so easy to understand. Isn't it great how easy to understand it is? I love how easy to understand it is. DeBoz is like, haha, push through it. But it's true. Push through. Leanne. Leanne says, if you want something, say that you am it. Direct quote. Oh, that's funny. Alicia says, yes, that's a fear of mine and being abandoned. Girl, what's the opposite of being abandoned? Why did I know that? Why did I pick that out of the infinite possibilities? Brandon says, say that you am. I love you guys. Kim, the link to the workshop is linked in the YouTube super chat. I see it there, so it should still be there. I see it on my screen. DeBoz, this needs to be put up here. Life gets more awesome every day. Damn right it does. Especially if you're saying that. Even if it's not, then why would you say that? Say the opposite. My life am getting better every day. Ah. Jennifer, examples, please, to opposite. Literally, no, you go to opposite. You tell me the opposite of whatever it is that you're talking about. You know opposites. Queen says, my whole group of friends are literally now watching your videos because my friend recommended me your videos, and I'm literally getting better at accepting myself and manifesting. Thank you so much. Yes! Thank you to you and all your friends. We love and welcome you all and appreciate you being here. Alicia says, that's crazy that you picked that. That's what I was referring to and should have been more specific as to what my old fears and doubts are. I don't know. I mean, it came to me. I don't know. It definitely came to me, but that's how it is. Like literally, if it's abandonment and loss, then like the opposite of abandonment and loss is have and stick around. So go to thesaurus.com. I'm not joking. I literally use thesaurus's synonyms and antonyms. I literally use that to figure words out because it's easy to figure stuff out on our own. If I have something I don't like, then I will find the fucking opposite of that word and then say it's that instead. It's easy, right? It's easy. You just saw me do it in real life. Leanne said, flip that script like a pancake. Yes. One of the shirts I've been wanting to make says no flip. Like, oh yeah, I'm one of the, what did I say today? I'm one of the mega rich. No flip. That's real. That's my real life. One of the mega rich. Or like when you're saying something and you're like, I'm not even flipping this right now. Like, this is really what it is. No flip. It really is that good. Life really is that good every single day. Dina, pancakes are your favorite food. I love pancakes. Oh my God, I love pancakes. I do any sort of like waffly pancake treat. Any sort of breakfast cake, any sort of lunch cake, breakfast cake, dinner cake, dessert cake, snack cake. What else? What else is there? I love it. Denise says, hi, Roxy. I logged on at the perfect time you spoke on doubts. It's always perfect, perfectly aligned. Always, 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 always. Sabrina says, should I consciously manifest in stages or go to the ultimate goal? For example, first BF, then fiance, then husband, or just straight to husband? My answer to that is, how about instead of that, you go straight to fulfilled, straight to completely fulfilled. And also knowing and intending that like being fulfilled in my life includes having an amazing partner, which I, always encounter the most amazing people. There's always great people around. Anytime I meet someone, they're really amazing. They're super single. They're ready. They're have all their shit together. They're happy, healthy, whole. And so when I do meet people, I'm open and excited to seeing where it goes. And I'm thinking in positive expectancy. And I lost the question and totally remember what I was saying. What? I don't remember. Sorry. Oh, Cam's coming to the workshop. I just got the email. Yes. Oh yeah, thanks. Letting go workshop happening July 30th. We're going to be letting it all go. We're going to be letting the bullshit go. We're going to be like purging and connecting to the shit that's been floating around and gunking up the works and causing a bunch of stuff that we don't necessarily want to manifest. And we're going to be letting it go. And again, I don't know why. Because I'm manifesting it, but I feel like the energy for this one already feels like electric and almost like rowdy. Not rowdy, but like something about it feels like there's a big energy. I just feel like this wave building. So it's going to be a good one. We've had a really good time this summer on these workshops. So I'm excited I'm sad it's going to be the final one, but I'm excited for it. So if you're interested in learning how to let go, or you got some stuff that you want to move on from, join us for our Letting Go workshop on July 30th. If you're on YouTube, it is linked in the chat. And you can also go to roxytalks.com to sign up there. Dina, thank you. The left-hand, right-hand column exercise is in the Stop Being Triggered video. Like that is one of the big exercises that we do in my practice, my teaching. It just helps you very much get a handle on what thoughts you're currently thinking, why your circumstances are the way they are, why you're manifesting what you're manifesting, why it is, and what it's going to be. Actually, we'll show you that. And then you use your right-hand side to flip or to create new affirmations or new stories so that you can experience something different, of course. And that's where your thesaurus and stuff can really come in handy. Solo says, I do have a question. How do tarot readings work? Do you think what comes up are just thoughts and feelings in our subconscious coming to the surface through the tarot? Yeah, basically it's a gauge on your current energy. It's like where you're at and like what the current trajectory looks like if you stay on the same path and don't do anything to change it, right? So when you see things in your tarot that you like, just like we were just saying, right? If you see something in your tarot that you like, just like in your 3D reality, I am that. I have that. This is my life. If you see something different, I have the opposite of that. I am the opposite of that. It is all working out for me. You just use these things like tarot and astrology and stuff like that they at least give you an idea of where you're at, so that if you want to change it to something else, then you know where to go with it and how to like literally, if you can figure out the opposite of your current situation, then you're good to go. You're totally good to go. You just need to figure out what the opposite is and then say you am that, or you have that, or it is that. Woo! I know I just said it, but I can't put it in the chat. Just sign up for the July 30th workshop. I'm excited. I had a really good time in this last one. I actually read cards before it. It's interesting that we just had a question about cards, because I read some I had some time to myself before, and I was like, let me just I had a half an hour. I was like, let me just do some Roxy stuff just to chill before the thing. And I was like, okay, what can I do to make this like the best workshop? Like, how can I make this the best workshop? And I got a reading that was like unlike any reading that I normally give myself. So you can always tell that it's always very apt. So I got very different cards than I normally got. I got a completely different message than I normally get. So I know that it was specifically obviously for the workshop, and I used what it said, and we had a great time, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm excited for the next one. Am I still offering one-on-one coaching? Yes, I am. Thanks, Tiffany. RoxyTalks.com. You can do one-on-one coaching, and we can talk about your limiting beliefs or your affirmations or your issues or your circumstances or why things aren't working for you, why it's slow, and all the other things that you want to say about yourself. But no, don't do that. Don't you dare do that. Don't you dare do that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start wrapping it up. I got to still record the podcast. I got family stuff going on for the next week or so. So I might not be here next week. I don't know yet. But we'll see. I'm going to try to do Mindset Monday next week, but I might not. I just don't know. Oh, Abby's getting your first tattoo tarot deck this week. Yay! Send us pictures so we can see. Did you get it from theblackmoonboutique.com? Because I heard you can get some really great tarot cards from that website. It is my website. Okay, before anybody tries to call the FTC, it is my website, and I'm not necessarily getting. Oh yeah, so it's my website, and if you want to get some tarot cards, please feel free. That is my online metaphysical store. Sage, tarot, incense, all kinds of stuff, herbs, altar supplies. Okay. Killer Pop Tart says, I hate when you're gone. I love Mindset Mondays. Oh, I appreciate you. You're so sweet. We're thinking about, we're working on, we're always working on like expanding and optimizing and bringing you the best experiences that we can. So we're working on, turning Mindset Monday into some, was that what I was going to say? Well, kind of, yeah, I guess so. We're working on expanding how we do all this stuff. So, more ways to connect and like, different ways to connect kind of coming down the line, but, we're still, in the beginning stages of everything, but it is happening. Yeah, I want to transition into more of like something a little more interactive. We'll see where it's going. We'll see. But anyways, we are always thinking about how to bring you the best content and how to connect with you in the best way possible. So we do love our community here, and we all have like the best community. We all connect to each other so amazingly. So I appreciate you for being here, everybody. Killer Pop Tart says, I love how happy you look when you talk about upcoming things. Be proud. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because sometimes I think a lot of us are conditioned to kind of shy away when we talk about like the things that we're doing and you know, like being in this space, I'll be really honest with you guys, being in this space of like being like the self-help industry, there can be a stigma about, you know, spiritual people shouldn't charge and things like that. And so I know personally, it's something that I'm getting better every single day, standing in and being proud that I can offer services at a price, and be proud that I charge for my services and back them and stand by them and know that I'm worth the value of it, and own that part of myself simultaneously while helping people as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you, because I do want to be proud of the stuff that I'm offering without feeling like I have to kind of shy away because it costs money. Like that, I can't think like that, because that limits me, and that limits you, because you're a reflection of me, and it limits what I'm going to be able to offer if I feel like there's a limit to, you know, how much value something is numerically or whatever, you know. So thank you for saying that. Do I meditate every day? Yes, I do. I really do. And like, as I'm about to contradict it, and on the days I don't, which like I just like on this Saturday, I didn't get a chance to meditate, and it like, I don't want to affirm it, but I love meditating. I love the way it makes me feel, and every single day, like if I'm not meditating 7 days a week, then I'm meditating 6. Like sometimes I'll like take a day off because I think like it's the weekend, I don't have to meditate, and then I should have just meditated. But yes, every single day, every single day. And I appreciate you guys. I know there's nothing wrong with charging, but it's like, it's still something that I, you know, it's something you have to work through. And I think that every single person who is an entrepreneur in some way has some sort of that, what is it called? Imposter syndrome, you know, and like there is, I don't know, maybe not for everybody, but I think for a lot of us, there is just that like, well, what's special about me? Like, why would they pay me? What are they going to pay me for? Like, they could get it anywhere. Why is it better to come to me and stuff like that? And you really have to just like stand in that and own it. And like, fucking Roxy Talks, bitch. That's why they're coming to me. But really, like, I literally have to do stuff like that every fucking day. So I just I'm being vulnerable and sharing it with you, because just so you know that this is like, that's the reality of how I live my life and how I maintain that concept of myself. Tiffany, I love you. I appreciate you. Tiffany says, I just want to clap it up for Roxy. She went from recording sitting on her bed in her bedroom and look at the evolution. It's been so inspiring to watch the growth in real time. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And you guys have all been here. You're all a part of it. And I appreciate you. You know, like I couldn't do it without you guys. We're all doing it together. And all of the growth that you've all experienced over the course of this time has been really amazing. Like, you know, obviously I expected it, but I didn't expect, you never know what something is going to turn into when it just starts out as like an idea or a dream or you know, just a goal that you want. And here we are, and who knows where we're going next, what it's going to be like, you know? So thank you all for being here. I love you all and appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Kennedy, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, people say you have to feel what you manifest. I struggle with feeling, not visualization. Does reaffirming and mental diet replace the feeling part? Okay. First things first, because I have to, because I'm a businesswoman and we were just talking about that. I'm having a letting go workshop on July 30th where we're going to be talking about this exact thing, letting go of the feelings that are attached to all of these thoughts so that you can move past the feelings and the thoughts. Any of the stuff that's been holding you back or that you've been experiencing, we're going to be doing just that on our live workshop July 30th. Had to throw that in there, roxytalks.com, or it's pinned to the link, the chat here on YouTube. But here's the deal. People who say you have to feel which to manifest don't fully understand manifesting, because manifestation is happening constantly in every single moment, in every single second. And like, it's so much bigger and more involved than just like whether or not you got your boyfriend or if you got that new car or if the money's in your bank or not. It's like literally the fabric of your fucking reality and the cells in your body and the blood in your body and the fucking, you know, molecules in the air. It's all manifestation, and you're doing all of it constantly in every single moment of every single day. So feeling isn't necessarily like a requirement. That feeling has nothing to do with the mental mechanism that is manifesting, except in that as human beings, we tend to allow our feelings to dictate and control our thinking, or we let triggers take us down roads that we've been on. And so when we get triggered by things that remind us of our past, like I said earlier, if you listen to like Joe Dispenza, for example, or like Dr. David Hawkins and letting go, the emotion, the memories and the thoughts are attached to emotions. And so when the thought can get triggered and can trigger the emotion can get triggered and trigger the thought. So we have to understand that the feelings are a separate component of the situation. The feelings are the visceral response to what the body goes through from what the mind does to it, because your mind's always manifesting the future and your body's always experiencing that on a delay. So it's like the mind's always creating the future, the body's always living in the past, and that's what we think of as the present moment. So if you allow your feelings to dictate what you do with your thoughts, you never get out of your current cycles. You always manifest the same type of stuff over and over and over again because you can't see past your current situation. So my advice is to separate your feelings from your thoughts and understand that they are separate things. Your feelings need to be treat your feelings like a child. Your feelings basically kind of are your inner child, right? So it's like again, those memories that get sparked that are attached to feelings, those are things that got hurt and trauma that we experience as children that have like, you know, the fear seed has now sprouted and has like a billion leaves on it. But really down at the root at the bottom is still the fear seed. Okay. So understanding that your feelings are separate from your thoughts, and your feelings are not manifesting. Your thoughts are manifesting. So if you let your feelings inform your thoughts, then you're fucked. So let your body experience what the feelings are. It has to. It should. It's not fair to bottle it up and to prevent it from processing and purging the emotions that you won't stop fucking triggering within it with your thoughts. You are doing it to your body. If your body's experiencing something in your 3D world that you don't like, it's because you won't stop thinking thoughts that are bringing it about. So again, let your feelings be what they are. Soothe them. Soothe yourself. Be kind with yourself. Be gentle. Go general with your thinking. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's okay to feel this way. It's absolutely normal. It's, you know, what does this feel like? Why does this remind me of this? Why is this a problem? What's coming up in me? Do you know, diagnostic in a caring, nurturing way, or just soothing in a caring, nurturing way. But don't let the feelings ignite thoughts that you don't like the outcome of. Okay. So if you have all these thoughts attached to fear, and fear gets triggered within you, and you allow yourself to think any number of those thoughts that could be attached to fear, you're going to get more things to feel fear about, because you're in a cycle. So you have to experience the fear in your body and then change it to a thought that does not describe fear anymore, that describes safety, contentment. Everything's fine. I'm not really worried about anything, so that you can move to that space and then experience that. And then you move into better and better spaces as you do this, and you lessen the pain and the fear and the anxiety that you have to experience, because you're not keeping it on the mind as much and as consistently. So it's just not manifesting in your body as much and as consistently. Like if you, I just got another gross analogy. If you stop eating, if you stop eating cookies, pretty soon you won't have cookies in your, you know, and your outcome, So if you stop eating fearful thoughts, then pretty soon you won't have as much fear in your physical reality. Okay. Is that the last super chat? Okay. Last one. No more super chats, please. I'm going to call it. Eva. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm like, I'm going to call the super chats. And Eva's just like, here's money. I appreciate you. You're very sweet. Thank you, Eva. Says, I love you and appreciate the energy you give us. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you. Okay. Damn, I don't think I've ever gotten hit on so much in one live stream than I did today. So if you're sliding in my chats, thanks. Thank you. Or is it just one person coming on and with a bunch of different screen names, like when a troll comes on and they'll just like come at you different screen names and like come and type a bunch of racist shit from a different screen name? Is this just one person coming in here and like spitting game at me from a different bunch of different profiles? It's your boy says, love is in the air, baby. That's right. We're all manifesting love. Alejandro says, is it possible to manifest even if you don't believe your affirmations in the beginning? Yes, absolutely. Again, because manifestation's happening constantly all the time. You're manifesting right now. And it's just a constant occurrence. So if you don't believe something, just hammer away on it. Hammer, meaning like repeat, cycle the idea or the affirmation. Eventually you'll start to believe it. You've already done that with your doubts. That's exactly the process of believing a doubt. Is like you hear one thing, you have one thought of like, maybe I shouldn't, or maybe someone makes fun of you, or you see something you don't like and you start to think, oh, I don't know if I should, maybe I shouldn't, whatever. And then you think it so many times that it just manifests over and over in your world and just validates itself over and over. So we're doing the same thing when you're convincing yourself of something you actually do want. What's going on here? You're basically brainwashing yourself to believe the new affirmation, and it just takes repetition and dedication and consistency, just like with anything. Dina, what am I affirming? What am I affirming right now? Oh yeah, that's what I came up with today. I was thinking, I'm like, okay, actually, oh dang it, you know what? I don't want to give that away too, because that's going to be my workshop. All right, how about this? I just don't want to give things away sometimes, like before I talk about them on the workshops, but I'll do it afterwards. But what I am saying right now, this morning, I was like, I think I already said it was, I am one of the mega rich, because why not? But obviously my business is booming, helping millions of people. Okay, Daniel says, I asked about you being single because you talk about your experience manifesting a partner. Yeah, I'm married. I manifested my husband. I've talked about it like a bunch of times on this channel. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I saw some people saying all kinds of stuff today, so I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And yeah, I've definitely talked about manifesting SP a lot. Does anybody know obviously the video with Jasmine, I talked about manifesting my husband, but if anybody has any off the top of their heads, they remember specific ones where I've talked about manifesting my relationship, please feel free to type it in the chat. But yeah, it's, and not only that, like, not only did I manifest my husband, which you all are manifesting your SP, you already have manifested them. If you have one, you manifested them already. I continue to manifest my relationship the way I want it to be, like now, even almost 8 years into marriage. So it's always constant. It's constant work in progress. Just like working on myself, working on my money story, working on my business story, working on my reactions, working on my self-love, working on my practice as a conscious manifester and as a happy, healthy, whole person. It's constant. It's every single day. There's no days off. There's no time off, because there's no thoughts that don't add up to your reality. So why would I skip out and take time off when that's just going to add time between me and what I want to experience? Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I just hit my wall. Hatake, thank you so much for helping with Dream Mutt. Dream Mutt, I have several videos about manifesting money. Check those out because I've been there where I had to change my whole money story. I still work on it. I literally just told you a new affirmation I came up with today. Like, I still work on my money story every single day, even though I've already manifested my business and all that stuff. Like, I still have to make sure that my old thinking doesn't come back up. Okay. Oh yeah, we have a new book club book right now. We're doing Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. RoxyTalks.com/forum. Is that the right one? Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, I think. Or it might be community. Go to my website and go to the forum. That's where our book club posts are. So you can go there, check out the current books that we're doing for the book club, talk to people about what you're reading and how you're liking it, how you're experiencing it, how it's working for you. Yeah, we have our book club again, RoxyTalks.com. I just updated the blog page on my website and the forum page. So they're really pretty now. If you want to go on there, it's like, it's always nice to not just to read something, but have an aesthetically pleasing environment. It's even better. So are people who say things like eat the rich, living in lack mindset? Absolutely. Absolutely. Abby says, I found the Power of Now book, but I was on my way to get it when it sold out. It's that good. That's why it sold out, but stay on it and get it because it's a really good book. Leanne, thank you, Leanne. Linked to the book club link in the chat. So if you want to join our book club, it is roxytalks.com/forum. Aubrey, I have a video about manifesting weight loss. Yes, it's your boy. That was G again. Thank you. Okay. Aubrey, manifesting weight loss. Yeah. I have a video about that. Look up Roxy Talks manifesting weight loss. Leanne says Power of Now changed my life. Me too. Honestly, Power of Now did a lot. Power of Now was like what I was reading right before my face became so beautiful. It's your boy. Are you watching All Star 6? I mean, I'm guessing if you knew that was Gia Gunn, then you've got to be watching All Star 6. Do I carry on crystals with me? Not all the time, but sometimes I do. Neve, so sorry I didn't make Thursday. That's such a bummer. We had such a good time, but you should have gotten the recording in the email. If you signed up with a ticket, and if you didn't get your recording, just email hello@roxytalks.com. And of course, we have our final workshop happening July 30th. It's all about letting go. I'm super excited. Something that we all need because we all hang on to way too much bullshit. I can say that. Let me not affirm that. We all are so good at letting go stuff. It's your boy. Yes, it's really good. It's a good season. It's a really good Drag Race talk only. It's such a good cast. Like just so many, like it's a really good cast. So yeah, check it out. I think there's like 5 episodes now. How's the Belle's perfection? Perfect. Never heard of her. Are there any manifestation coaches I would collab with? You know who I would love to collab with? I would love to collab with Ralph Smart, Jake Ducey, Lior. Those are probably the top of my list. Or obviously, like, well, we'll just say that. I mean, obviously, like there are like Lewis Howes. I want to be on Lewis Howes one day. Things like that, of course. What do you think about plastic surgery? If it makes you feel better, then do it. Ortna? I hope I said that right. Can I manifest healing a tooth hairline fracture? You live in the body you think you live in. That's what I have to say about that. It's like, I can't answer if you can manifest it. Like, yes, obviously you can, but like for you personally, you have to, like, if you think it's possible for yourself to heal, and like, I would be visualizing that thing fusing together and 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 fusing together over and over and over. That's how I healed my face. I imagine the neurons in my face just turning on and then just turning on and then just turning on and just like feeling it. And just over and over, I was like turning on, like flipping a switch over and over and over and over to turn my nerves on in my face. And so, yeah, again, if I was healing a tooth, I would be visualizing that motherfucker fusing together and fusing together and fusing together and fusing together and seeing that line disappear where you can't even tell there was a nothing, blah, blah, blah together over and over. Yeah, I definitely would love to collab with Lior. And Jake. I love Jake. The reason Lior, Jake, and Ralph, and the reason why it's those people is because those are the people, I mean, obviously, like, of course, like Abraham Hicks or something like that, obviously, but, you know, those three people, Lior, Jake, and Ralph, are who I was watching when I, like, really was getting my life together and getting everything together and changing my self-concept about myself. Like, even before I even started trying to, like, do a business, you know what I mean? It was more like, it's like, those people helped me work on myself. And that's why I would love to collab with them. My favorite thing about Louise Hay. My favorite thing about Louise Hay is that I had never read any of her stuff. And then when I read it, it validated everything that I was talking about and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And I like her. And I like the fact that she reminds me of like a me in the future. Me. What I love about her? Me. That's how I answered that question. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Crypto says, will you be adding more colors to your merchandise line, i.e. a white Chill Source Rex sweatshirt and a hoodie and or pink BMS logo sweatshirt? I'll think about it. Leanne, can you please record that into our merch ideas database? All right. I think Lior lives in LA too. And Ralph might. Kennedy says, can you create an updated video on parallel realities and what you talk about with quantum physics? Okay. I recorded a reaction video to a quantum physics video that I still need to like send off to get edited. So I will. And I said it on my podcast and now I like have to. So I'm working on it. Y'all. I promise. Okay. Okay. Last super chat. Thank you, Daniel. How do I manifest falling in love? Reciprocal. What do you feel about that? Imagining it till I'm dizzy. I mean, that's one way. That's part of it. Like getting into the feeling of it so that you can like convince yourself that it's real now. But really all it is like, look, what does love, the feeling of love provide you? Stability, comfort, safety, peace, joy, again, fulfillment, satisfaction, connection, trust, that kind of stuff. That's what you're looking for when you want to fall in love. And so those are the things that you need to say that you have now. You need to manifest and affirm and script about and yada, yada, yada about the things that come with being in love and saying that you have that now, and then allowing the love to kind of just like fill in the blanks, fill in the spaces. Yeah, like it's one thing to imagine it, but it's more so like, how many times a day do you say that you're not in love? How many times a day do you negate it? How many times a day do you cancel it out? How many times a day do you deny it? How many times a day do you doubt it? How many times a day do you worry about it? How many times do you feel insecure about it? How many times a day do you wonder when it's going to be here? How many times a day do you affirm that it's not here? That's the real problem when it comes to love, is that all of those things are standing in the way. And so if you're doing all of those things more than you're doing the, I'm so fulfilled, I have everything I need, including a great relationship, then it's going to win out. It's a numbers game. Okay. I don't know where Malachi is right now. I was wondering that too. Where is Malachi? He's probably working, making amazing beats. Simona Blue, do you people have any suggestions about LOA podcasts? Yeah, Roxy Talks Manifestation Podcast. It's great. Can I do a video on reality shifting to another universe? I don't have anything to say about it, so that's why I haven't. I don't know. I've never been to fucking Narnia, so I don't know if you can. I mean, not that I don't know if you can. It's just like, I'm not the person to talk about it. I'm not the person to talk about it because I don't have the right answers for you. I made the video I made. Let's just say, like, I've made a couple of quantum shifting videos, and those are the ones I made. That's like as much as I'm going to talk about it. I mean, that's not as much as I'm going to talk about it, but I don't have anything to say about shifting to anime universe because I don't have anything to say about it. I don't know what else to say. That's said with love. Okay. All right. Last super chat, please. Simeon, do you have any tips on how to not be triggered? It seems like every time I get on a good mental diet, I get triggered and start spiraling. So first of all, that's your own pattern right there. You're reliving it by even saying it right here. And then it's not the problem that you're getting triggered. It's the fact that you allow yourself to spiral and you don't catch yourself. Triggers happen like we're constantly being triggered. Like it's just the world is very fucking stimulating. So if you're not going to catch yourself when you get triggered, then like you're going to be at the mercy of your 3D world. But again, issue is not getting triggered. The issue is what you do when you're triggered. So I'm fine. Everything's great. I'm completely at ease in my life. Everything's working out. I love blah, 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 blah. I'm having a good time, yada, yada, yada. If I get triggered, then I am thinking immediately going into everything's fine. It's all working out. Everything's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Because I'm not going to allow the trigger to take me out of my mental space that I'm working very hard to fucking stay in. So you need to be stronger than your triggers. Your triggers are, they're in there, but they're not like concrete. You don't have to respond the same way every time you're getting triggered. So my advice is to, number one, lessen your exposure to the trigger if possible. And number two, work on what you do once you have been triggered. Instead of taking a right, take a left. Okay. Neve, how do you completely recreate somebody? Check out my rewriting your SP videos. I've done a couple on those. Oh, there's the weird one. There's the weird ones. Okay. Thanks for the comments. Oh, thanks. I wish I could do a butthead laugh. All right. All right. I gotta go. I gotta get off this. I love you all. I appreciate you. Group. What are we gonna do? Group affirmation. We're gonna do. Let's talk about something about letting go. How about, I love how it feels to always strive for the best I can experience in life. I love how it feels to always strive for the best I can experience in life. That's kind of a mouthful, but really what I'm getting at is, someone asked earlier about how can you love yourself while you're also trying to change and improve yourself? And again, the answer was, you change and improve yourself because you love yourself. So I want to just say, I love and allow myself to seek better. Thank you, Dina and Leanne. I love how it feels to always strive for the best I can experience in life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know that's a mouthful, but that's what it came out. We're just going to go with it. We're going to trust our instincts. I love how it feels to always strive for the best I can experience in life, because this is going to remind us that sometimes it might feel uncomfortable to change, but we love the feeling of it because we're striving for the best, which means we're getting the best. We're giving ourselves the best. We're experiencing the best. And if that kind of comes with an uncomfortability period, who fucking cares? Because staying in our old reality is way more uncomfortable, in my personal opinion. Emily, yes, says, last week I asked about manifesting supportive and loving family members. I did what you said, plus continued my self-concept work, and I'm happy to say it worked beautifully. Thank you. It always does. It always does. Iman, just tuned in, and she's going. That's okay, girl. Iman says, I'm becoming the best version of me. Yes, you are. Journey of Judy. Thank you, babe. How are you? It's been a while since we've seen you. Hope you're doing well. Kim, I love how it feels to always strive for the best experience in life. Yes, 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 yes. We love how it feels to always give ourselves the best, even though like maybe the current moment is pretty great, but like even if the current moment's pretty great, if there's a better, like, I mean, I'll take it. You mean I can get an upgrade on top of the upgrade? Okay. Like, let's allow ourselves to have that. Let's allow ourselves to stand in the idea that we deserve the upgrade on top of the upgrade on top of the upgrade on top of the upgrade, double Y for an extra dose, you know? So like we always deserve the upgrade. We always deserve better and better and better. And we love the way it feels to give ourselves that. Yes. Abby, if you're saying that you love being the most hated one in your family, you're going to continue to be the most hated one in your family, whether you love it or not. Tiffany says, I let go of all things that do not serve me. Yes, ma'am. That's what we're doing July 30th on the workshop. We're letting go. I am excited. Letting go of all kinds of BS. Okay. I love you all. This week's podcast episode is about I'm doing another book breakdown. Remember last time when we were reading The Power of Now, I did a little breakdown on the podcast. People have been asking me to do that again. So I did another one for this book that we're currently reading in the book club, Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. And so I'm reading a couple excerpts from that book on the podcast this week and discussing how we can incorporate that into our lives as manifestors. That's happening Wednesday. The podcast comes out every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Also, of course, we have our Letting Go workshop happening July 30th. At 3 p.m. PST. We're going to be letting go. We're going to be connecting. We had a really fucking great time on the last workshop. So I don't know. It's the last one. It's got that energy. It's like last day of school energy. That's what it is. That's why it feels like it's like just like this ignition. It's ignited. I don't know. Energetic. It feels electric, but I think it's got that last day of school vibe. Like, fuck it. You know that meme? Throw all the papers up in the air. Fuck it. Okay. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Letting Go workshop happening next Friday, the 30th. We've got new merch coming soon-ish. 360 method is coming. It's creeping up on us, but it is coming soon. Is there anything else? I think that's it for now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I will see you. Oh, I might not be on next Monday. I don't know yet. I got family stuff going on. Not bad. Good family stuff. So I just don't know if I will be available to go live and stuff on Monday or if I'm going to be doing family shit. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll let you know on Monday. I'll probably put up a post on Monday morning and let you know whether or not I'm going to be there. If I am, I can't wait to see you then. And yay. And if not, then I'll see you on Friday next week, the 30th at the Letting Go workshop. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you all. Be good to yourselves. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Bye.